Monday. Welcome back. With spring approaching, many of us, isn't spring here? Is it here? Not yet? Kinda, sorta? Okay. With spring almost here, many of us probably have some cleaning or organizing tasks ahead of us. Our next guest can help make those tasks a little easier. Welcome back, one of our favorites, our good friend, Erin Meyer from Lemons, Lavender, and Laundry. Hello, Erin.
Hello, how are you?
Erin, you know, when we were conceiving this show 5 years ago, I never thought that we would be doing a segment about organizing a spice cabinet. But darn it, not only are we doing it, but I'm excited about it because this is what I call a relatable. This is a problem, Erin, right? This is a problem for all of us.
Okay, yes. Well, my spice drawer was very disorganized. So, and I feel like many people have that issue, right?
Yeah. And this is part of your 52 smaller projects a year.
Yes.
Are we looking at your spice cabinet right now?
Yeah, isn't that pretty? That's the before, obviously.
It looks well organized, Erin. Not really, but anyway.
Kind of like Tetris.
Exactly. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need for this project?
Okay. So the very first thing that you want to do, obviously, is go through your spices and throw out ones that you've never used or that expired like 15 years ago. And then I went ahead, I like cohesive storage. So I went ahead and I had a bunch of those glass storage containers for my spices. I did buy a couple more off of Amazon just because I didn't have quite enough. And so you just kind of do that. If you are reusing your jars, we will talk about this DIY goo remover that worked awesome at getting all the sticky stuff off once you peel the labels off. And then I used labels that I already had. And what's really nice is if you use Avery labels online, they have free templates. And so I went ahead and used those. And then just went ahead and created my spice labels, wrapped some packing tape around it to keep it waterproof and oil resistant.
Yeah.
And then I put the expiration date on the bottom with a different little label because once you put them into a kind of clear jar, you just really don't know what you're gonna end up with. And then I also, our spice drawer is obviously when you lay everything flat, the little spices can come up through the holes of the lid, you know? And so every time I would open the lid to use the spice, I would get a bunch of spices that would fall out. So we propped it up. I just put a little strip of wood in the drawers. I use double-sided tape. I don't know if it'll hold long-term, to be completely honest, but
it works
I'm
now.
hoping it will. I know it's working for the moment. So then it just kind of props up the spice a little bit so that it's not up in the top where it can fall out. Okay. And so then I put them in alphabetical order. We'll see how long does that last? I don't really know, but for now they're nice and they're organized and they're alphabetized and all the storage containers are the same. All the labels are the same.
So again, just to recap, so the steps. First, elevate the spices, then to make a cohesive storage unit, use the same labels, label the spices, then wrap tape around the label. We saw that.
Yeah.
Then create those wood inserts because you do not want the spices to lie flat for the very reason you said. And then now there it is right there, okay?
That's kind of just showing you how they're laid in there so that you can kind of see they're propped on those little pieces of wood.
Perfect. Okay. So now we have the final look. Look at that.
Doesn't that look so much better?
That looks like Martha Stewart's house, Erin, if I'm being honest right there.
Wow, what a compliment.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's very Martha Stewart.
I feel like every time you open the drawer, then you're like, oh, it just feels so much better. It's not my Tetris.
Here's the before and after, everybody. Okay, Erin. Be honest. How did you find some really old spices up in there?
Okay. I would say about 5 years ago, I went through our spices, but let me tell you that, does everyone get a spice rack when they get married?
Yes, everyone.
Okay. And they come with the spices. So I will say about 15 years into my marriage, I went through the spice rack I got for our wedding. And there were at least 2 that come right to my head that I know I never used it, not even one time. So
yeah.
I tossed those.
Yeah, I had basil from when George H.W. Bush was president. Wasn't good anymore, Erin. I know that shocks you.
Yeah, it's time to toss those. You know, they do say the expiration date is really the best buy date, right? I'm not sure how long, but it is going to start losing its flavor and maybe clumping. I don't know. You might not want to use them after the best buy date.
No, we love that, but Erin isn't done yet. She's sticking around after the break. How to make your own goo remover. This is a big one, life-changing when we come back. Goo removal. Never done it before here on the show when we return. Welcome back. Now that our spice drawer is organized, it's time to do some cleaning. Erin Meyer from Lemons, Lavender, and Laundry is back with us. Okay, so we've organized the spice rack, and now, and I think we're going to change lives here, we're going to talk about making our own goo remover, right, Erin? Our own.
Yes.
Now, first, we have a little graphic here. What do we need, Erin, to make this?
So my inspiration for this was my spice jar because I did not want to have to take all the spices out of the jar. Because if you use store-bought goo remover, it has like petroleum stuff in it, and it's all these warnings not to use it around food. So I was like, I don't want to take all the spices out and have to figure out which was which. So I decided to try my own. It's all natural ingredients. So if, you know, I didn't have to remove all the spices. So what you need is baking soda, fractionated coconut oil. So fractionated coconut oil is liquid at room temperature versus actual coconut oil will be a solid. So you want to make sure you get the liquid, and then you'll need a couple drops of any type of citrus essential oil. You can use lemon or orange or whatever it is that you happen to have on hand. Grapefruit, it doesn't. So just one of the citrus essential
baking
oils.
soda, it's right there on the screen, everybody. Baking soda, fractionated coconut oil, a few drops of citrus essential oil. Okay, so how does this work?
Okay, so you're going to take your 2 parts baking soda. When I need it, I did little batches because I didn't know how much I would end up needing for all these spice jars. But I just took 1 part baking soda mixed in 2 parts baking soda mixed in the 1 part coconut oil, added in about 3 drops of citrus oil, just gave it a stir. And then I just put a little scoop onto the spice jars and just kind of rubbed it in with my finger, let it sit for, I don't know, a minute or 2, and then used a paper towel to rub it off. And you just kind of go in circular motions, and you want to concentrate on the part that had that sticky part. Probably want to do it over a trash can because the baking soda kind of falls, but it worked so well. I love when you have things that are all natural stuff you have in your pantry, and it works just as well as the store-bought, for sure.
Well, and can I tell you, and I love them, but the Target boutique, the Target is the worst. You'll buy a mirror, and can I ask the stores, why do you put price tags on mirrors? I mean, can you put it on the frame? Can you put it on the back? Nobody wants it. Right, Erin? It's the worst trying to remove that goo from a mirror.
Yes, and also if you do any like garage sales or thrift stores, they will put a sticker on all the vases, glasses, whatever you want to buy, and it's like so tough to get that stuff off.
Yeah. Okay, now DIY floor cleaner.
Yes, so last time I was on here, we talked about my $100 laundry room makeover.
Yeah.
And I honestly can't remember why we had to move the washer and dryer, but we did. And if you move that appliance, you know that the floor underneath is disgusting.
It's gross.
It's like under your refrigerator, right? Because you never move it. So all the lint and whatever is under there.
So
I'm like, I'm going to try a different floor cleaner. Oh, were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say, we have a graphic to what you need for this recipe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you need Sal Suds, which is a natural cleaner. And I used this for the first time when I made DIY dish soap, which we've talked about on here before. So I thought I'd give it a try in this floor cleaner. And then you just need, if you want, you can add in a couple essential oils. I just added in a little lemon and pine. Those are both great for cleaning power. It's why you see in lots of cleaning supplies, there's orange or lemon or pine oils added in because they help with grease and grime and all that kind of stuff. So all you really have to do for this floor cleaner is you only need a half teaspoon of the Sal Suds per gallon, and then just add in a couple drops of the essential oil into the Sal Suds and then pour it into, whatever cleaning bucket you're going to use. I went behind the washer with a sponge and just did it by hand because it's kind of a tight space, but you can do it with a mop. And I would do this on any sort of flat tile or linoleum. I've not tried it on wood, so I'm not sure if it works on there or not, but it worked brilliantly. And it did not take any elbow grease. I wasn't I'm down there scrubbing. It worked super easily.
Yeah, you weren't like Christina Crawford or anything. It was just a little, that's a Mommy Dearest reference for people that don't know.
Just a nice little scrub.
Hey, I just looked at that. That is incredible because, no offense, that floor was dirty, but.
It was gross.
Yeah.
I always am showing the nastiest parts of my house.
That's why I love you. That's why I love you. Erin, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
These are great tips. For more information, check out Erin's website, lemonslavenderandlaundry.com. And yes, we will be posting this on the Jason Show Facebook page a little bit later today. So just give us some time. We'll inevitably get an email, but please give us some time.